Hello guys, welcome to Just Vibey Vibes. The third episode of the reunion was wow. Like I think a lot of people expected a lot from V, but she didn't give that. She gave royalty, she gave class, she gave everything that we didn't expect from her. And not that we didn't expect class from her, like she was classless, but wow. You know what? I figured out that Tolani is like that girl, that girl that you see and you think, oh, she's classy. But then the moment she open her mouth, you're like, she just carried herself like from maybe the level where you've placed her, maybe a high level, and just went and sat down gingerly on the floor. Because, like, what was the reason? Okay, yeah, you did what you did, then you have an apology, then you're acting like you want to fight the girl. In fact, literally, you wanted to fight the girl. Like the kind of like I cannot like the kind of what will I call it? The kind of composure, the kind of the way the calm that V showed. Like my dear, I want to be like V. I want to be that calm because the Potako girl in me will not let somebody be telling me that I'm going to beat it. I'm just going to beat it and then I'm gonna just sit down there and my dear, I need to suppress that Potako spirit because I was proud of her. She did so well. So, in case you've not followed the show, I'm sure a lot of people have followed the show. So, Tolani was showing interest with Neil, and she's friends, like best friends, with V. And now she's acting like she was never friends with V. It's kind of like that wrong, like when someone is wrong, but the person is loud. Like they think that, oh, if I shout enough, you know what I mean? If I act like this enough, then people would not, you know what I mean? Then people would not know that I'm wrong. Because, and if Tolani is truly in a relationship, the guy should be ashamed of her because of how she carried herself. Like, how she carried herself tonight, the guy should be ashamed of her. Telling someone that they have not traveled out of Naija, so you don't read them. But you wanted to date them in the house. When they were in the house, have they traveled out of Naija? Or maybe they traveled and their travel got cancelled the moment they left the house. What kind of rubbish is that? Like, hey, you're not traveled out of Naija, you're not exposed. That's like people that are low standard, low class people. They want to tell other people how they should be exposed and all that other stuff. Because if you're really exposed, all those things don't even matter that much to you. And that is facts. So I do not understand, like, when someone wants to carry themselves up when they were just done, that just leads me way to Watoni, because I do not understand what she was doing. Like, I thought she was classy, like, when she sat down, she looks beautiful and all the stuff. Then she got up and was saying how her dress is so expensive and how Prince cannot afford the dress and how she looks so good. That is action of insecurity. I'm sorry. For you to stand up and feel like, oh, you should turn around and tell people how good you look, how this, how that, that means you feel like you don't. So that's why you want to show that you do. That's why I feel, because I feel like a secured woman feels like $1,000,000 whether she's wearing a cracker. She feels and she looks like $1,000,000. No need to announce what you're wearing. No need to announce how you're like you're bad, like you're a bad bitch. If according to Tolani, although Tolani didn't say that, but according to Tolani, like you're a bad bitch. Nah, because you just now look like a bad, like you look bad, but not in a good way. You know what I mean? Like you look bad in a bad way. So now you're really a bad. Instead of bad B, you're a bad. Oh my God. So yeah, they both just seemed desperate and they really majorly fall my hand. Like seriously, they should both take their capital letter L, and I hope they both find a way to turn it into a lesson, because wow, they really acted out like in a very wrong way. And Tolani, like talking about V completing her college. What's the difference between what is her, how is her life better from her completing college? I'm not saying that she was just acting ras and V was the one that was acting with class. So where did the college take her to? At the end of the day, I'm not saying that people should not go to college. People should finish their education if they can. But if you cannot, that does not mean anything. Richard Branson, that owns Virgin, he's a billionaire. He didn't finish it. He's a school dropout. And the guy that owns Innocent and Cars, he is a millionaire. A billionaire in Nigerian money. I don't know if he's a billionaire in dollars. Yeah. But guess what? He also did not go to school. I know business people that are millionaires in pounds that did not go to school. Like they went to school, they dropped out. Not that they did not go to school, they dropped out. So dropping out of school does not necessarily mean anything. It depends. Not everybody has to go to school. Some of the people that have done the biggest invention, they didn't because they did not fit into the mold. Whatever made V to drop out of school, that does not mean that you can, what I mean? Like, oh, now you want to bring the, she did not go to school. Please shut up respectfully. Like, the whole time, then let's go to the shocker. That one made me laugh. Oh, Ka3na. Ka3na said that praise is a 5-second man. So now when this lover asked what does praise has in common with Churchill, I almost fell out of my seat too. Whoa. 5 seconds. Like he was the thing was the facial expression of everybody, and then the way he did not even say nada is like, huh. Okay, so that's where we're going to end it. The reunion was filled with a lot of back and forth, and I even forgot to talk about Prince. I feel like Prince just be feeling himself too much. Like I don't understand. He just be acting like, oh, this that. I feel like yes, I understand where Talani was coming from when it comes to like attention. If you say you like someone and then you liked other people before, let's say for instance, let's look at this thing. Forget about. I understand there's a house and they're together. I don't think that you shouldn't talk to the other people. I do feel like there's a way you should talk to the other people. Like if before you're laughing to them because you're being interested in them, then now you have to pull back. It's kind of like when you're single and when you're in a relationship. So if you say that now, okay, I like someone, even if someone told you that they're not interested in you, yeah, in real life, people ask someone out and they say no, and then they look for another person and then they ask her and then someone says yes. And then maybe at the end of the day, that person that says that is perfect, they are totally in love with that person. That does not make them less or anything, because I feel like Talani was feeling less because what's her name? Nengi rejected him. So she felt like, oh, I am second. That does not really mean in real life, oh, because things like that happen. Like the person that you're dating now has asked someone out, the person has said no. You know what I mean? So who has been interested in someone that has not reciprocated? There's a chance maybe some women never had that. Yeah. So I feel so. Or some guys too have never had that, but it happens and life goes on. You move on. So it's not the end of the world. But it is the fact of is the way I think is the way that she felt about it, and I feel like Prince is not like a man in that kind of way whereby there's a way you still talk to them. I'm not saying you should stop talking to them because you're in that house. In real life, you kind of have to cut talking to them, but in that house, yeah, you have to talk to them. But then you cannot be showing them interest. You cannot be acting like, oh, okay, we are trying. And then, to be honest, that relationship would not have gone anywhere because the way he was saying that I tried. If a relationship is going to work, it should flow. It should not be forced. Oh, when we spend time together, it's boring, but I tried. It was being draining. That means both of you, they're not even supposed to be together. So that's that. But I feel like Prince, he needs to grow up if he's going to be someone's man, because he's acting like a child. Like, oh, I should you cannot eat your cake. Like, you cannot be asking people out. The moment you decide who you want, then at that moment you're supposed to be focused on that person, talk to that people, but not in a I still want you manner or in a flirty manner. That's all I'm going to say. And Neo, good job for standing up for your girl. And I don't understand what Talani was going on about. Oh, he said that your hair looks good, so all of a sudden he asked you, do you like PDA? Then all of a sudden now he's interested in you. Wow. That's the most ridiculous pickup line I've ever heard, if I've heard anything like that before. Anyway, bye for now. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next episode of Big Brother Naija Reunion, episode 4. Bye-bye.